Hello, if you or someone you know is an executor of an estate and there's real estate involved, here are some of the things that you need to know. So the executor of the estate is the head honcho. The buck stops there. They're the person in charge, and they're going to need to make decisions regarding the estate's real estate holdings. Also, they're going to probably be tasked with dealing with the personal items as well. So as the executor, you're in charge of how to handle the estate. So the number one thing to do with the real estate is we need to get it ready to list for sale, right? But we want to check liens. I think it's a great place to start. You can contact the IRS and the other taxing authorities directly, and you can also look for maybe other contractors' liens or any bills that haven't been paid that are now liened on the property, including a mortgage, including some credit, including even income taxes. You may or may not be aware of it. The fastest, best, easiest way, although it's not free, is to have a title search. Now, I do advise having a title search done, and it could be as much as $200 or $300. It's not super expensive and well worth the cost, so there's no surprises. So we can find out exactly what liens are on the property and if there are any judgments or anything that you may not be aware of. So there's no surprise when it comes to actually going to settlement and closing out the estate, selling the property and getting the proceeds. So once we've done that, interview some agents. Of course, I'm biased, but I would highly advise you do hire a professional to help you get the house sold and the property contents as well. A good agent, again, hint, give me a call, but a good realtor will come run a comparative market analysis. They'll come out and visit the property. They'll have vendors and they'll have suggestions and they'll have people within their network that can help an executor, executrix of an estate to make things a lot smoother for you, from repairs to cleanouts to title work to even real estate attorneys, should you find you need one. Now, some estates, not all the properties were owned by an elderly person. So we really want to have that house staged and looking the best it can be. Staging the property is ideal. Yes, it's the most effective and best way to sell a property. However, if the furniture and the finishings are dated or outdated or really in disrepair, definitely we want to remove everything out of there. Doing some minor repairs and some painting will go a long way, but you could literally do absolutely nothing and you would still be able to sell the property, assuming it's properly marketed. There are estate sales. They can come and they'll do an auction at the property, meaning they will sell all the items that are in there. Or they will do it on consignment. They will even come to your house and pick everything up from you and take it to their warehouse. Then they do online bidding and in-person bidding, and they'll send you the proceeds minus their commission. It's usually, they take about a quarter or a third, but well worth the effort. They do all the work. They get a third or a quarter. Hey, everybody's happy. They'll send you a check. Now, real estate attorneys are excellent. They're well-versed in this. There are hundreds of them in the greater Philadelphia area, of course. Having a suggestion from another professional would work well. If you feel you do need one, you should. You certainly could handle it yourself, but it's a lot of work and there's a lot of moving parts, and you want it done right. You want it done professionally. So remember to keep in mind, keep making the payments. You can, and some do, decide don't make any payments and it'll all be cleaned up at settlement. It does get a little bit hairy. I would absolutely suggest that you continually make the utility payments, the mortgage payments, any other credit payments, because the fees do add up. And if things take longer than expected or the unexpected happens, let's say, it does take quite a while to facilitate the estate closing. So it is better just to keep up with the payments, even if it is minimally. So be ready to reach out to organizations on the deceased's behalf, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, whatever it might be, the IRS, companies. You want to have your paperwork in order. Now, we do have a handy checklist. We'll put a link there for you in the comments section, but be ready to make a lot of calls and be ready to prove who you are. It may be an upsetting time for you, but they'll want to know that you have the authority to handle the affairs of the estate. For real estate purposes, we need a death certificate and a short certificate. Now, that's Pennsylvania. They may call it something different, but there's only 2 pieces of paper we need. We need to prove that the person is deceased, and we need to prove that you are in charge. Now, both of these can be obtained from the prothonotary. Now, that might also be called the probate section of the local county courthouse. Usually is at the county level, at least in Pennsylvania. Some states are different, but you want to Of course, check with your local authority. You can give us a call and we can help you as well. We're pretty well versed in helping estate owners liquidate the estate or sell the property and close out the probate. Lastly is ask a lot of questions. The courthouse is filled with people to answer your questions. It is a tough time and you're really not sure what you're doing, ask for help. There are services available that you could actually hire someone to help you that may not be as expensive as an estate attorney. However, they may not have a law degree and may not be 100% well-versed in all the ins and outs and all the minutiae of an estate. If you need some help and you want to have a few questions, you can send us an email. You can text me anytime as well. Gregory Martyr, your local real estate expert here, talking about estate sales in the greater Philadelphia area. Got you covered in and out of the city. Hit our subscribe button, hit that comment button, and if you need any questions answered, give us a call anytime. We do work nights and weekends, and we're here to help. Thanks a lot, everybody.